Welcome to Kim's Bioproduction Academy. Today, let's understand about this flower. This flower is a hibiscus flower, and we will understand about various structures in this flower. First of all, you should understand that this one is a complete flower. What's the meaning of a complete flower? It means it has all the male, the female, and even the floral parts of the flower. That is why it's termed as a complete flower. From this point, this flower is insect pollinated. The main reason you can check about the coloration, it's brightly colored. It's brightly what? Colored. And again, it's large and conspicuous. From that point, let's now start to describing this flower. These are petals. These are what? Petals. And these petals, you can check they are free. They are free. And so what will be the term for this one? It will be termed as polypetalous. We are saying it's called what? Polypetalous. Polypetalous, what does it mean? It means they are free. You can remove them being independent. If they could be fused, we could be terming them as gamma-betalous. Gamma-betalous. But now we're saying it's polypetalous. From that point, we check about the sepal. This one is our sepal. And when you check this sepal, when you check this one is our sepal. And when you check, you can check it's fused. Unless you destroy, you can check it's fused. So this fusion will give the name, it's sepal. So it gives the name to be gamosepalous. It's a sepal. So it's gamosepalous, meaning it's fused. It's not free as this one. This one was free, but this one is a fused one. So don't check about this one, but you can check it's not a complete. Then we have this one. This one is known as what? Apicalyx. These extensions, we term them as apicalyx. Then we have this length. Then from this point, you can check there is even a different coloration. So this is swelling, and this swelling is called a receptacle. So the receptacle will be giving attachment for these other floral parts. Which are the floral parts? All these ones are floral parts. So we are saying the attachment point is to the receptacle. Then we have from this point, so we had said this swelling, this one was our receptacle. So from this other end to this point, we call them the pedicellin or the flower stalk. So this one will be attaching to the side branch. It will attach this flower. So the flower was attached in this manner to the branch. So let's say this outside branch, that is the point of attachment. So we are saying it's called the pedicellin. So this flower will be termed as what? It's a pedicel, so it will be a pedicellid flower. It will be a pedicellid flower. From this point, let's understand about this one. All this length from this point is called as terminal tube. So it's a tube. So it's called as terminal tube. Inside the terminal tube, we will have style. So the style will be inside. I'll show you when I do the longitudinal cross section. From this point, you can check these outer things that are more in number outside the terminal tube, and you can check a swelling. So the swellings, so these swellings will be termed as our anthers. Then this one will be our filament. So we have a lot of filaments with their anthers at the top. So this one, all this structure is the male part of the flower. From that point now, you can check, let me zoom. So we have this point, these ones. So we have at the end, I don't know if it's clear, this far end is our stigma. And when you check our stigma, they will be divided to how many? There will be 1, so we are saying it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's 1, but at the end, it does what? It's divided to 5 sections. And that is why now it will take us to the term called the cabals. So between the pistil, we have the androecium and the gynoecium. These ones are the androecium section, and then the androecium are the male parts. What does it entail? It will be having the anthers and the filaments. Then we have now the pistil, where it will be having the cabals, of which the cabals, we have various types of the cabals, right? So from this point, you should understand we have monocarpus, cynocarpus, we have monocarpus and apocarpus. Then apocarpus will be divided into two cabals. Those will be the cynocarpus and the polycarpus, but this one is cynocarpus type, of which we are saying it's the style is moving being one. Then at this point it will be divided to 5, and these 5 divisions is what we're calling cynocarpus. So the form of the cabala, this flower of the hibiscus, is the cynocarpus. Then we are saying now the style will run down at this point. Then after that, again, what we should understand from our flower, we will understand about our ovary. So I'm here now to dissect the flower longitudinally. So I have my scalpel here. So let me do some dissection. This is what we are doing. Let's do dissection all. Then to this point still I divide them to 2. So we have now 2 pairs. That is where you'll get this, our style. You can check our style. So you can check our anthers. I had said it's 1, but now it's fused. Now you can check it very well. So it's 1, but now this one is your style. Then your style will run down to this point, and from this point, this way you will check. Oh, my ovary. This is the ovary. I've divided it wrongly. You can check at this point. This one is our ovary. So you can check our ovary because it's just a downward. And when you check about your ovary, this point is where we have the ovules. You have the ovules, and you can check the location. This ovary was above the other floral parts, because when you check the sepals is still below. The sepals is still below this section. When I remove like this, you can check my floral parts were ending at this point. So the ovary was above. And what term will we be terming this one? It's a polycarpus. In terms of the ovary type, it will be polycarpus, because these other floral parts are below the ovary. So it's about ovary location. We can have ovary, the floral parts originating at the middle. We can have the floral parts originating below. You can have the floral parts originating above the ovary. So, but we're saying this one is below, and that's why we term it as polycarpus ovary. From this point now, you have understood about the ovary. You have checked this one. We are saying this one is what? This one is our style. This one is our style. Then this one is our stigma. So the upper section is our stigma, and we said our stigma were what? They were 5. And you can check those ones. They are 5. They are 5, and that's why we termed them being cynocarpus cabal. They are fused, but within one style. But we have those which will just be 1, and at the end here it will be 1. And we have again those which will be more than 1, but they are separate. They are various forms of style, and that will not be termed as cynocarpus, but it will be termed as what? We are saying we have what? Cynocarpus, monocarpus, and what? And that's cynocarpus. That is the end of our flower discussion. It's the end of our flower discussion. I think you have understood about the hibiscus flower. We will use other forms of flowers like the one of the bungiflower, because we will understand about the prac. which they look like a leaf,